Hey everybody, Ben Frederickson here alongside Jeff Gordon for a virtual edition of Inside Pitch. I've got to get to Columbia to cover a Mizzou football game, but Gordo, we had to hit on this Cardinals red hot August. Happy September, everybody. The Cardinals are hoping to carry their August momentum into September. How about this record in August? 22-7 for the Redbirds, a .759 winning percentage. Gordo, what do you take out of August? Is there fool's gold there? Are there real takeaways? To me, it showed you that the Cardinals have the potential to perhaps change the conversation into, hey, how do they beat the Brewers to win the Central? Could they perhaps track down the Mets and the Braves and try to get a first-round bye in the postseason? Maybe it's out of reach, but that seems to be where the real intrigue is now, not can they hold on to beat the Brewers, who are not playing very well.
No, they're not. And the Padres are struggling as well. So that wild card race is not much of a race. But, yeah, you look at this team and it's sort of evolved during the course of the month. That Goldschmidt and Arenado are MVP-type players, and they're just keep producing. Man, but look at all the guys that started hitting in July and just carried it forward. Corey Dickerson was a dead man walking, wondering if he was going to be on the team. Albert Pujols got it going around the All-Star game. And you look at Lars Nootbaar becoming a power hitter and taking over in the outfield. And Ollie's just riding the hot hand and he's finding new things and, trying to work around, those two big offensive weapons, mix and match against lefties and righties. Brendan Donovan helping out, just finding new things. Tyler O'Neill playing in center field. Man, it has not been a static situation, Ben Fred. It's been won by the end of the month. You see a team that's got more options, both in the bullpen and in the rotation and also offensively.
Yeah, they've had really starting pitching kind of be their bedrock here since the deadline, and they've been arguably baseball's hottest team since the trade deadline. You put the Dodgers up there in that conversation, the Mets as well, and maybe the Braves, although the Cardinals had as big of a series win against the Braves during this August as they've had. I would say that was a bigger statement than their sweep of the Yankees, even because the Yankees have kind of been going through some issues. The Braves came into St. Louis hot. They will continue to be hot after that series loss to the Cardinals. That should be one that told the Cardinals kind of, hey, this is what our potential is. I'm with you. You see different guys contributing. The depth is there. Ollie is not afraid to say, hey, this guy's struggling. Other guys are playing better. You're going to ride the bench a little bit. It doesn't mean he's given up on a guy. You're still going to give a Dylan Carlson chances to contribute. And chances are maybe Dylan Carlson kicks on in September and one of those other guys who surged take a step back. That's baseball. And I do think one thing we've learned about Ollie is he's managing this roster at both ends. He's trying to get a better product from everybody, not just leaning on a few guys and letting other guys rust and rot. I think that's been a really impressive thing to watch. The other thing I think August proved to us, Gordo, is the Cardinals are doing exactly what you have to do to make this division not close. They're beating up on the bad teams in it. You look at the record now, they're one game above even with the Brewers, so they got to get that sorted out in the meetings to come, but they've won their season series against the Reds, against the Pirates, against the Cubs. That's how you win this division. It's not just about clashing with the only other good team. It's about beating up on the bad teams. The Cardinals have done that, and it's maybe the softness of the second half of the schedule that gives you some pause about how well it translates to the postseason. That's why a series win against the Braves felt like such a big deal.
Well, one thing you can say for sure is this team's got a good vibe going. And whether it's at the expense of the Reds with a game they somehow pulled out with 5 infielders, so be it. There's a feeling about the group now, and that means a lot. Ben Fred, as this team gets closer to the postseason, that means everything. And just have to look at the Washington Nationals or last year's Braves to see teams that were playing well at the end and just caught it and rode it. It can happen.
Yeah, it can happen. And they've got guys on this team that can smell it, guys like Albert Pujols, Adam Wainwright. I'm not counting out Yadier Molina yet. I know everyone's frustrated with his bat, and I get it. But if you're going to bet on him, you're betting on him for the postseason. Ollie has said as much. They've got guys on this team who know what it's like and want to get back desperately. They've got a bunch of rookies who have no reason to believe they can't pull it off. There's a good mix, a good vibe, and it was a great August, 22-7. That's about as good as you can get in a month. We'll see if the Cardinals can carry it over in September. We'll see if they can change their story. We thought it was going to be about, can they run away with the division? Can they run down one of those top 2 seeds in the National League? We'll keep an eye on that. Keep it locked at STLtoday.com for all of your Cardinals coverage. For Jeff Gordon, I'm Ben Frederickson. We'll talk to you next time.